It's the most majestic of alpine mountains, the iconic Matterhorn. It draws hundreds of thousands of tourists each year. It's a stroke of luck for the village of Zermatt that it's the only place affording this stunning view of the mountain. Saas Fee, a village in the neighboring valley, would have loved to have that view too, but unfortunately, a mountain chain with the powerful HASLER glacier blocks it. A view of the Matterhorn has for decades been high up on the wish list of the residents of Saas Fee. The village has languished in the shadow of the more popular resort Zermatt. And now, it's drawing ever fewer tourists. ANETT BEUTLER has experienced that firsthand. Together with her husband Martin, she took over the traditional Hotel Dome. It was the first hotel in Saas Fee. It opened in 1881. Back then, guests were carried up from the valley. The Beutlers refurbished the hotel and reopened it recently, but so far there's been only a trickle of guests.
It remains a bit in the background, but it could really step out from the shadow of Zermatt and place itself in the foreground and say, hey, we have such a lovely place and it's worth your time to come up here.
And that's why Saas Fee is looking for a new advertising strategy.
Saas Fee has always wanted a view of the Matterhorn. It's not something new. People have always thought this way. And when you speak with tour operators, especially from Asia, it's a huge wish.
The Beutlers, too, are aiming for more Asian tourists. So, along with Swiss traditions, they're embracing new technology. Each hotel room has an iPad. It allows guests not only to regulate the light and heat in their rooms, but also to check the current menu or read their favorite newspaper. But the tourists want one thing above all, to see the Matterhorn. And that explains the boom in Zermatt. Tourist numbers are constantly rising even though the place is anything but cheap.
Of course, the Matterhorn and the mountains. Zermatt and the Matterhorn. That's something really special.
I wanted to see the Matterhorn. My mother, when she was a young woman, came here and have a photo by the Matterhorn, and I'd like to return to the place she was at.
At least in China, we taste the Swiss chocolate. I know that the Matterhorn mountain. Yeah.
Saas Fee made headlines for its reported plans to bore a 2-kilometer-long tunnel through the HASLER glacier. Guests would go up by cable car and through the tunnel to a balcony with a view of the Matterhorn. Standing 3,500 meters up in front of the HASLER glacier, we see how audacious the plan is. The glacier is covered with ice and snow, even in summer. The tunnel idea has been dropped. But now another plan is taking shape. Instead of going through the HASLER, the idea is to go up the neighboring Feekopf glacier. It's lower, but offers a view of the Matterhorn. A new cable car over the glacier would take guests up to the peak. If it were extended further on the Zermatt side, the cable car could even provide a connection with the Zermatt ski area.
A new connection would really benefit Saas Fee. Guests could go straight from the car park to the ski area. You could grab your skis and your gear and just head up there to the slopes. That would be perfect, wouldn't it?
But first, Zermatt would have to agree to the plan. And why would they want to help out the competition?
The area between Saas Fee and Zermatt isn't suitable for skiing, so you'd have to span that area to connect the two other areas, and that's just not an option for Zermatt.
Saas Fee is beginning to realize perhaps it's not so simple. No one wants to discuss the Feekopf link. The cable car operators declined an interview. Only local environmentalists were happy to talk.
No way. Just like 40 years ago, we absolutely reject accessing the Veekopf by cable car.
That's not good news for the Beutlers. When they renovated their hotel, they were pinning their hopes on a new cable car link.
The fact that this is really important to Saas Fee has to be given more publicity. We could step out of the shadow of Zermatt, I'm convinced of it. We might be a bit different, but we offer a good contrast to Zermatt.
True, if only because Saas Fee is the alpine resort without a view of the Matterhorn. And it doesn't look like that's going to change anytime soon.